Hey, welcome back to the Too Fast channel. In today's tabletop review and unboxing, we are going to take a look at a car battery jump starter. This is a small portable battery powered unit that you can keep in the trunk of your car in case of emergencies. If you come out to your car and your battery is completely dead, you can pull this out, connect it to your battery, and get your car started. Or if a friend of yours has a dead battery and you need to help them out, you can use this to jumpstart their car. I think this is a safer route than using jumper cables. A lot of newer cars are very sensitive. There's so many newer cars that have a ton of computerized electronics in them that are very sensitive to voltage variations. So jump starting your own car or jump starting somebody else's car can possibly damage or reset some of the computer modules in newer cars. Something like this is a better alternative than using jumper cables, in my opinion. This is also another device that could be very helpful when changing your batteries. Or battery. In my case, it's batteries. I have two batteries in my car, but most people only have a single battery. Also, on the same note, a lot of newer vehicles, if you change out a battery and you don't hook up a battery maintainer to your vehicle, some of the computer electronics will reset or completely need to be reprogrammed. There are numerous different brands on the market that are very sensitive for when you change the battery. And if you have a dealer do it, change your battery, they will normally hook up some sort of a battery maintainer to maintain an electrical charge in the vehicle when they swap out the battery. That way the computer modules don't reset or need to be reprogrammed. So this is also something that can be used for that purpose. Now, this is made by a company called ACmount. This is their, they list this as a 2000 amp peak lithium jump starter. They don't list this by battery rating. They list this as a battery pack for up to 9-liter gas or 7-liter diesel engines. This also has some additional features on it I'll talk about. This is their model P100. I got this off of Amazon for $59.99. Like I mentioned, this is going to be part of my emergency kit in my vehicle since I'm not going to be using jumper cables on my car or anybody else's car. So I'll talk about some of the additional features after we unbox it and take a look at the contents. Okay, so this is more or less how this ships. Nothing real special about the box. It comes in a nice little carry case. So we've got a grab handle, zippered closure. There is no Velcro or anything on this casing, which it would be nice if there was some sewn-on Velcro. The sewn-on Velcro would allow me to attach this in the trunk over into a corner and it would stay in place. A lot of emergency kits, things that go in the trunk, have the Velcro on the back. That would have been nice, but it does not. The inside of this is very well organized. We've got a meshed zippered compartment here that has our user manual and our jumper wiring. We have a separator flap. And then we have our battery charger here. It is held in place with a piece of stretch material and contoured foam on the inside that's cut out to fit this particular unit. So the case is very nice. So let's take a look at our unit first, and then we'll take a look at the accessories. This is basically it. It's extremely small and compact. We've got a single button on the front, the ACmount logo here. It has a built-in compass in the event you get lost on the way to locating your battery. There is a glass break tool built into this in case of emergencies and you have to break the side glass to get into a vehicle. You've got a glass breaker built in. On the very front is a flashlight. The sides have two rubber covers. You've got two USB outputs and a USB-C in. So the USB-C in is for charging the unit. The other two USB outputs are for charging other devices like cell phones and tablets. So you can use this as an emergency power supply. Charge your other devices. So you have a slow charger port and a fast charger port on here. The other side has the inputs for your charging cables. And the back just has the model number, the P100, battery capacity 88.8 watt hours. I believe that's what that stands for. The USB input, that's for charging, is 5 volt 2 amp or 9 volt 2 amp. The USB 1 port is 5 volt 2.1 amp. And the USB 2 port is 5 volt 2.4 amp, 9 volt slash 2A, 12 volt slash 1.5A. And that's pretty much all there is to that. Now there's a single LCD display here that if you press the button, it will show you the current charge capacity of this unit. And right now it's at 100%. If we press and hold this button, we will turn on the flashlight. If we short press the button, we get a SOS mode. If we short press it again, it's basically a strobe mode. Short press it again and we're back to the flashlight. Press and hold and the flashlight goes off. This button is also used to turn the unit on for charging purposes. So if you plug something in and you're going to charge something, you press the button. When you see the percentage display, then it will start charging your device. So that's pretty much all there is to this device. The included accessories in this section right here are the charging cables, which are rather short, but they should be long enough to reach your battery positive and negative. In my particular case, that may not work out, but we'll take a look at that a little later. My car's a little unique compared to most cars on the market. So we have a jump start manual, which basically tells you all the information that I'm pretty much covering here. And you have a USB-C cable to charge the device. Now it does not come with a charging brick, so you can use a charging brick from your Android or your iPhone, or if you have an outlet in your home that you can plug these types of USB cables into, you can use that. So that's pretty much everything that it ships with. So these charging cables here, when you're ready to, let's say you're going to jump start a car, your battery is completely dead. There is a process, a specific process for that. You would open up the flap right there and you would plug this in and firmly seat it. You get this red green blinking right here, and right on the side here is a recessed button. This is a button that you would press for 3 seconds. Let's see. And you get a little click and the light will go solid green. This is what you would do if your battery is completely dead. So you would hook these cables up to your positive and negative on your battery and then press and hold this button until it clicks and goes solid green, and then you would go and start your car. So that's the process you would use if your battery is completely dead. That is covered in the user manual, although the user manual doesn't tell you where this little button is. Fortunately, there's a label on the back. Let's get this unplugged. They refer to this as a force start button, and it has a little arrow right there that points to the button. And it specifically says, do not press the button before connecting to the car battery. So connect to the car battery, press and hold the button for 3 seconds, you get that solid green light, and then you can go ahead and try to start your car if your battery is completely dead. So that is pretty much everything there is about this device. According to the manufacturer, there are 10 types of protection built into this unit, which includes an anti-spark-proof feature, reverse polarity protection to protect you from short circuits or sparks. The battery in this unit, when charged fully to 100%, will have a storage life of 24 months. The manufacturer also recommends in their little user guide that you pull this out every 3 months and charge it up. But if you were to forget about that, supposedly it should still be good for 24 months. The manufacturer does not recommend you try to jumpstart a dead battery if the charger itself is below 20%. This does come with a 2-year warranty. It has a lifetime after-sales service and tech support and a 30-day return policy. So if you bought this and you tested it out and you weren't happy with it, you can send it back without any questions. The battery is listed as having a lifespan of 1,000 cycles. So I believe that means it can be charged and discharged 1,000 times before you have to throw it away. And that's pretty much all my talking points. All right, so the length of these cables should cover the majority of batteries on the market. I'm going to break out a tape measure and I'm going to measure this. You can see how I'm holding this right here. In theory, if your battery terminals fit between this red and this black clamp, you're not going to have any fitment issues. You could stretch it out just a bit like what I'm doing right here for a little bit larger of a battery, but these are going to have to clamp onto your battery posts. So I'll break out a tape measure and kind of give you an idea of what's what size, what's the distance between your battery posts that this is going to work on. So that would be my main concern. If you've got a small compact battery, definitely not an issue. But if you have a larger battery, like a lot of the larger Mercedes have really large batteries and the battery posts are really far apart, this I'm not sure if it will clamp onto a battery like that. If your battery is in the trunk and you have a charging jack in your engine bay, like my car, that can be a little bit tricky. I'll show you that here in a second. But let me grab a tape measure real quick and I'll come back, kind of give you some measurements on this cable so you have an idea of what size battery this will connect to. Okay, so I got a tape measure out here on the table. You can't see this too much, but I kind of got a tape measure out here because I'm stretching these cables apart. And it looks like from post to post, 16 inches. And we can extend that out a little bit if we kind of angle this. I think we could go 19 inches post to post on a battery. So before you buy this, you might want to measure the distance between your posts. So 16 to 19 inches. And you should be okay based on my little tabletop measurements with my measuring tape here. All right, so I'm going to transition over to my vehicle, and I'm going to show you one possible way to use this. Keep in mind my vehicle is unique because my battery's in the trunk and it's not really accessible, so I have a jump port in the engine bay. So this will kind of demonstrate how you might use this on a vehicle similar to mine. Now the Volkswagen EOS VR6, because of the engine size, the batteries, plural, there's two batteries in this car. They're 6-volt batteries. They're wired in series. They are in the trunk. They are not something that's easily accessible. So in the event that my batteries are completely depleted and I need to jump start my car, I will go to this jump start port in the engine bay. A lot of vehicles on the market have these jump ports in the engine bay. If you had a non-VR6 EOS, you would have a battery in the engine bay, and you could connect the battery jump starter directly to the battery. So in my situation here, back here is a plastic cover. We flip this black plastic cover up. We would connect the positive cable here, and the negative cable would be connected to a solid metal grounding port in the vehicle. There happens to be a metal bolt right here, and I would connect this right there. So let's get this connected, and we've got the ground connected right there. Let's see if this will stay. I've got to find a place so it'll not move around. So maybe right there. Nope. Okay. All right. So that looks like that'll work. So if my battery was completely flat, we would come over here to our force start button, press and hold, and now I could go into the car and start it, and it should allow me to start my car right up. Once your car is running, you let it run, and your alternator in your car will charge up your battery. So once your car is started, you can disconnect this, take it all apart, put it back in your carry case, and stow it in your trunk for another time. So that's pretty much how I will use this in my particular car in a situation where I might have a flat battery. And that's pretty much it. So that's going to pretty much conclude this tabletop review and unboxing of the ACmount P100 car jump starter, available from Amazon. Got the link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.